Pretty much.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina.
Jeez, how did you do that?
The Ducks will get us started with the opening kickoff.
Okay. All right.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Clemson's offense will take the first swing of the game. And are we ever
yes, I saw your little dance.
These two great quarterbacks in action here today?
You want me to?
Jesse, we'll be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big
shot. They
know what's on the line. And these are two huge names. You know, brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Back to pass on second down.
Oh, God.
On target over the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option to give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the community say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Clemson set up with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Plows through the defense. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. Sweet out there. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Here comes Clemson with another first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss. And he can pick up a
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Never a doubt. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
So the Oregon Ducks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
God, and my left tackle, when I get his butt kicked every single time I run a play. Anytime we're inside zone, left tackle will just automatically.
A really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Runs through a tackle.
Thank God my guy could break a tackle. My
Getting
left
it out
tackle
to
is
the
not
29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Oh,
And I just love when guys
like, you can't not get beat every single
You could tell
play.
ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Hurtado. Got it in the middle, it's Avram. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And the Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it
turning it on? Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense got it, they're on the run.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. When you're expecting pressure, the clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the football.
Gosh,
the
you can't
defense
stop
able to
that.
knock it loose.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asked to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
And that pass will be jarred
We're
loose
gonna
on
get
second
3
down. That brings up
plays.
third
He's gonna go
down.
3 now.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right.
What the fuck route was? Sorry. God bless the tight end. What the hell was that? You freaking stopped in the middle of the in route.
So it's 3rd and long.
God bless it, bro. Run the in.
What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
The give to the left side. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11.
Get a free possession in the game when my guy drops a football in the
game
first.
like that on first down. If you're
I
the
get
offensive
the road
coordinator
place
here,
to be a good
maybe
place
thinking
to
about
go
being
for the game that
aggressive and taking a
adapts.
shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third,
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Gets rid of it.
Oh, pick nail.
Way to set him up.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Floating away. Going right and going deep. Grabs it inside the 15.
Good job, Pops.
He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. And he rolls into the house.
Thank you.
Touchdown, Ducks.
Appreciate that.
They'll
It's
try
helpful.
to add another to their lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
and you know they're frustrated too because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. And this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Makes the grab on the left. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
I don't know if
The fact that we can't run the freaking in route because of being jammed so
defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball.
I can't even run. They're running the route for me. Come on. They're telling me you can't get open at all. Jeez Louise. Like, it's just freaking ridiculous. Like, freaking run the route.
Red zone, it'll be third down. Looking downfield, it's Hurtado. He's got the tight end. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Ducks have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in.
And I'll attack gets beat again. God, man, this guy, he's the walking definition.
They have everybody on the same page.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Big fella moving. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. Quarterback may change this route. The offense
I can't call an audible because Clemson's just so dangerous, you know.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Tried to give it enough body English.
Thank you, college football. You make me want to jump off a cliff.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from the game.
Like, seriously, you're telling me you can't make a kick like that?
Chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive. Wasted opportunity.
Thanks, David Bullock. I need your great commentary.
Get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Under fire. And the Heat gets there. And down at the 14-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've been frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves.
God bless it. You know it's not to do anything before I want to jump off and punch him in the face. God bless it. This is an absolute walking turnstile.
I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And the Ducks want to move quickly. To the air, it's Hurtado. Here comes the Heat.
We can't make a freaking throw. We can't freaking draw.
They were trying to move the scoreboard and stick. Oh, he's not punting. He's going to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they pull it off. He's got it for the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. The RPO, it's complete. And he's brought down after a nice game.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes them.
Here's what type of football is smart, bro. How are we getting...
How about this defense coming out?
How are you being beat so bad, bro? Is this oversetting?
Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Oh, listen, man. Like, he's not even doing anything. You're just waiting to get to the quarterback.
And you gotta love the versatility of the big defense.
That's unacceptable, bro.
Big defensive lineman, you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll look to pin him deep. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Quarterback making checks. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
Ah, bless it.
For the big play on second down, now it's third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Quickly complete. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent.
Hits the afterburners. Touchdown, Oregon. And the route is on. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to...
There he goes. Quick step and go. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unleashes one deep. And the shot way downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we played 3 quarters. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here.
What? You're not bad.
They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man. Now they're starting to feel
probably
they've
just
got
throws.
a 1st down at the 44.
I don't think you fall
This
off.
has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here
What
late
the
in the
hell
game.
was that?
and
I'm
get
really
something
on
going.
it. Let me jump up and
They
pick
get him
it,
stopped, but the
please.
big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it on the move. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. Fire into the right, complete.
Oh, you're good.
They go up
I'm
top
fine.
to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Just keep slinging it. They've got the screen set up. Looking for the end zone. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. The Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They're trying to slam it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Clemson. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off of you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. They want to throw it. Swings it out to the flat.
That's funny, actually.
He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out.
So you need a deep
They're
dog?
down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter
Where
end
you
and
get
line
that
up for
from?
the onside kick here. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around,
So
but
what?
the hands team is able to corral it. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. quickly out to the tight end. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need...
Ducks going for the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. To the air on first down. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to...
He's going to throw deep right side.
Hey, oh my God, why don't I even click on it anymore? Like, I'm only playing. Like, you just don't let my guy jump. Like, it makes no sense. Oh, man.
Working that left side.
I suck. I'm not playing.
Take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tiger.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
The AT unit on the field. Bangs it through for an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
And we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Jacksonville State sure is making it look easy today. What a spectacular performance on the offensive side of the ball. They're up by 24 over Penn State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Catch in the middle. It's Averill.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the Ducks can really attack on this. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Man, they needed that one, and that took every bit of concentration by the wide receiver there. That was awesome. Big third down. You got to make the catch, but you got to make sure you stay in bounds. And he did a really good job of securing that and keeping the chains moving.
Wants to throw on first down. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Swings it out to his running back. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Converts on fourth down. Still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the red zone, looking for a man. Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.